The next command I want to talk about is this extrude command here. This is the very basics of we start to draw or create a 3D object. The way it works, and in majority of time we will do that, is that we draw a surface, whatever surface you want, and then we add some depths or widths to that to make it 3D. For example, we may draw something from the top view and then add the height to that to make it 3D. Or we may draw something from the front view and then add the depths to that or widths to that to make it 3D. As I said, if you look at here, there are some basics geometry that we can draw from them, but usually these are not enough for what we want to do. So let's go back to the extrude. So to do that, first, to show you how it works, I will come here and use the polyline to draw some shape. So I'm gonna draw something here, and then I click the close, so I have this polyline drawn here. So I have this polyline drawn here, as if I go and rotate it, you will see that it's sitting on the XY plane. So that polyline is there. Now, to extrude that and make a 3D object from that, I will come here and click on the extrude command. As soon as you click on that, it will says that which object do you want to extrude, and I will say, okay, this is the one. If you have 2, 3, you can keep choosing all the objects you want. When you are done with selecting the object you want to extrude, press enter, and as soon as you press enter, you will see it's gonna change like that. So I can move my mouse up or down, and then it will ask me what's the height you want to be. For example, if I go ahead and say the height I want to be is 150 and press enter, and then it's gonna create that 3D object for me from that polyline that I created. So let's do another one more time. So here, for example, I come here and draw a circle here, and then I will click on the extrude and says select the object you want to extrude. So I select the object, press enter, and then I can move my mouse up or down to add the height to that. So if I go ahead and say, okay, the height I want to be 100 and press enter, so it's gonna create that cylinder for me. This is the very basics of how we will do that. Now, let's move it a little bit here. Let me show you something. So let me go to the top view and draw from the top view. So I will go and draw. I would draw a rectangle here. With the polyline, and also I would do another rectangle next to that, but this time with the lines. So I will come here and say, okay, I'm gonna draw it a little bit larger. So I draw a couple of lines. So, and closed. So here I have two drawn. One of them is the rectangle drawn with a command of the polyline, and the next one is the one that I use the line command, two rectangle. Now let's go back to 3D view, and let's switch back to the world view. So it's world view. So okay, now I want to show you what happened if I let's bring it here. If I use the extrude button, so I click on the extrude button, and I will choose that the rectangle I created by the polyline. So I click on that, and I press enter, and then for example, I come here and say 100, and then I have it. Now let's use the extrude command on the one that I created with the these separate lines. So I click on the extrude, come here, and I have to click this on the next one, on the third one, on the fourth one. I'm done with the selection. Press enter, and now look at it. So it's going to be again, I enter 100 and enter. So instead of creating the field solid 3D, it's going to create some wall, or actually create some shell for us. So the only way that it created 3D if I use the polyline, if the base that I want to extrude from that is going to be the polyline. Otherwise, if it is not a polyline, it's not gonna create the solid field 3D object. It's just gonna create some walls for me.